He called me sweetheart that morning, not out of kindness, but mockery. Your diploma isn't essential, sweetheart. My son's taking over. He leaned back in that leather chair, the same one I'd earned him 5 years ago when I landed the contract. That saved this company from bankruptcy. His grin was small and smug, the kind that says he thinks power lasts forever. I didn't say a word. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I just smiled back, the kind of smile that makes men like him uneasy. Then I walked out, calm and quiet, leaving behind the office I built from the ground up, and the man who thought he'd beaten me. I still remember the first time I met Raymond Cole. He found me at a job fair, standing next to a booth nobody cared about. You're sharp, he'd said. A little rough around the edges. But I liked that. Back then, he liked a lot of things about me. My ideas, my drive, my loyalty. I helped him rise, cleaned up his messes. Even covered for his son Ethan after he wrecked a client's car during a drunken business dinner. I was essential. Until I wasn't, when the board started asking about succession. Raymond saw his chance to put a crown on his son and push me out. Nepotism dressed up as progress. I was a perfect casualty, quiet, educated, replaceable. What he didn't know was that I never forget a debt. The signs came weeks before he fired me. Little things. Emails labeled confidential that suddenly I couldn't open. Projects temporarily reassigned. Ethan showing up in meetings he had no business attending. Stealing my ideas. Stumbling over words he didn't even understand. Then the final insult. My name deleted from a proposal I'd written line by line. That proposal had caught the attention of Henry Quinn, the chairman whose signature kept this company breathing. Raymond thought he could erase me in silence. What he didn't understand was how loud silence can be when you know exactly where to place it. I didn't make a scene that day. I went home, poured a drink, and started writing. Not a resignation letter. A roadmap. Every file I'd ever worked on, every decision, every deal I'd saved, I backed it all up, documented it, cross-referenced it. The company's foundation sat safely on a cloud account only I could reach. 3 years earlier, Raymond had named me his confidential operations liaison. Fancy words for cleaning up behind the scenes. That title gave me access to everything. So when I noticed the fake numbers Ethan had been submitting, embezzlement, hidden as consulting fees, I didn't delete them. I archived them. And I waited. The next morning, the office buzzed as usual. Raymond's laugh bounced off the glass walls while he proudly announced, "My son will be leading our next chapter." He even had Ethan's name already engraved on the office door. What he didn't notice was the call I'd made earlier to Henry Quinn's assistant. "You might want to review the latest quarterly projections," I'd said. "There are irregularities." I didn't mention names. I didn't need to. Just left a trail of B or EADC or UMBS. An hour later, a black car rolled up the driveway. The entire office froze. The chairman never came unannounced. When the door opened, Henry Quinn stepped out. Tall, calm, unreadable. The kind of man who didn't need to raise his voice to be heard. "Where is she?" he asked. Raymond turned, grinning, dripping with pride. "Ah, Henry, I replaced her with my son. Fresh energy, new generation and all that." Henry's eyes flicked to Ethan, pale and sweating. Completely lost. Then back to Raymond. The silence that followed felt like a scalpel cutting through air. Finally, Henry murmured, "My God, what have you done?" Raymond frowned. "Excuse me?" Henry dropped a thick file onto the table. "My file?" he said. Pages of reports, financial discrepancies, transaction logs, all signed by Ethan. All approved by Raymond. Embezzlement. Fake invoices. "You've been reporting false profits for 2 years. Raymond's face drained of color. "That's impossible." Henry's voice stayed cold. "It's your signature. And hers isn't on a single one." Raymond opened his mouth, but nothing came out. I watched from the hallway corner unseen, calm, composed as the chaos unfolded exactly how I planned. Henry's words sliced through the silence, effective immediately. "Raymond, you and your son are suspended. Legal will contact you." That afternoon, my phone rang. Henry's assistant, her voice careful and polite. "Mr. Quinn asked if you'd consider returning. He said, your seat's been empty long enough." I smiled. "Tell him I'll think about it." Revenge doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, in the click of a send button, the quiet release of truth, the slow exhale after years of being underestimated. Raymond thought I was replaceable, but I was the ground he stood on. And when he tried to bury me, he forgot I was the earth itself.